guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tia, aka Teacup Simmer, and this is another part of our niche series, and we are back in our Abir Tribe, where we're focusing on the extremely interesting updates to the game in 0.5.1, and we are moving our tribe, our very interesting tribe, with different schools of thought, with one section of our tribe thinking about making sure that the tribe is fed and focusing on berry picking and focusing on making sure that their family stays safe and stays peaceful. And then we have another side of the tribe that is ruled by the school of thought and steered in them by their mother Abaya, who states that you need to be as strong as possible to protect yourselves from carnivores and from predators, that the ones who don't try and stay strong are weak. And so we're definitely going to probably have some really interesting infighting between the two sections of our tribe. But we just got onto this new island. It's extremely big and extremely interesting, and I'm really trying to get our creatures settled into this section over here so we can start having babies and start seeing that those schools of thought take root, and kind of seeing how our creatures start looking different as we see them kind of move away and be like, well, since mom's not here, we're going to start thinking this way, or since dad's not here and we don't have to be nice to everyone, we can start acting this way. So I'm really excited. So we're just gonna skip the day and start moving our two different queens to another section. And I think I'm going to change her spot to yellow because it's going to make it a lot easier for me to be able to see. And then we're going to change Drifa to yellow as well. Dang it, why do I keep forgetting the color? Okay, so Drifa's yellow. We're gonna change Amit to yellow because Amit is Drifa's mate, and Lufti is Adira's mate, and Adira is also going to be one of our queens. And oh look, it's going to be extremely warm on these. So we're gonna see Nadir is going to start picking some food. Nia, who's going to kind of be the helper to her sister Adira, she's going to be also one of our creatures that's going to definitely focus on berry picking and feeding the tribe. We might find her a mate of maybe a rogue or or someone that we just kind of picking up at a different time, but I'm not certain about that. She might just be one of our creatures that don't end up having a mate at some point. We're just going to start putting paths through here, and we're gonna send Amit this way. Drifa, who is beautiful by the by, and we're gonna have our beautiful Rasira come this way, and she's gonna kill that berry bush as she goes by. And then we're gonna have Abaya. She's gonna want to see the promised land for her kids. She brought them all here for a reason, and so I think she's gonna definitely want to make sure that they're in a safe place, that they can find enough food, and that they're all gonna be comfortable. And then we have Darko, who's also another of our creatures who's going to be fairly destructive. I think the side of the family that's going to be what's it called? Oof, I forgot her name already. Rasira and Adira both have really similar names, but the side of the family that is Rasira's group of nichelings are definitely going to be very destructive. They're going to basically tear things down in their wake and try and test their strength against anything that they see, which might lead to them having fairly short lifespans, because they might decide that this thing is in the way and they'll try and destroy it, but they might end up having some wounds from that because it's a spiky plant. So we're going to keep everyone moving. Drifa, beautiful lady, you're adorable. And we're gonna have you jump over here, and on your way past your mate, we're just gonna have you guys stop this way. She's beautiful. Oh my gosh, I just love I don't know why, but I love that pure white color. It's so pretty. She has good blood clotting, good fertility, so it's possible that she might have, this is the things I forget. Did we mess with her genes too? We did not. the things Tia forgets. So we're going to just do basics with her. We're just going to do eyesight and hind legs. And then Amit, his were hind legs, and we'll just put that D patterning in there. Hind legs and D pattern. And thankfully they're both 50%, which is actually pretty cool. So we're gonna start moving this way, and I think the creatures are gonna start pushing their way into the grasses, trying to get their bearings on this new island that's a lot bigger than the one they're used to. And Nia, I think, would be like zoned in on that tree. She'd be like, oh my gosh, I see a tree, we need a tree, because she'd never seen a tree before. She grew up on an island without a tree, and I think that would be super interesting for her to find a place where she can just be like, it's just so big and interesting. No, Abaya, the great Abaya has passed away, and I think with her passing we'll definitely see the changes in her children. Without her around, I think Adira and her group of nichelings are definitely going to take up their spot as being the ones to being the ones to find those really nice fertile spots and just kind of find food. And then Rasira and her side of the family are definitely going to just kind of destroy bushes and look for those other creatures, as their mother wanted to grow the tribe. And Lufty, I think, is just going to take a while to get to his mate. Darko, we might end up having you sit over here next to your father, who is arguably, in my head, like, I know this is bad, but if you guys, a lot of you I know are pretty young, but if you watch Rick and Morty, he reminds me of Jerry. In my head, that's what I'm thinking. Fareed reminds me of Jerry. Just like a very unimposing, almost disappointing in how, like, unremarkable he tries to be, but he's also a very good father to his kids. And so I think in his last few days, he'd just stand near, able to see his children in all their glory, running off to do whatever they wanted, kind of ignoring him actually, now that they have their marching orders from their mother, or deciding to ignore their marching orders from their mother. So this is going to be a very interesting side of our family, but I think Fareed would be happy to know that his family is at least going to survive and do okay. So we're gonna have to say goodbye to Fareed, and bye Fareed. Somebody's gonna miss you, I think. There we go. And Adira and Lufty finally had their first baby. Raynala, I think that's, or Raynala, yeah. She's pretty. Let's see, what does she look like? She has good hind legs, good eyesight. She has that claw, which is great. And yeah, she's a pretty red color. I really want to get a pattern in there. Like, I really want to. I don't think we have a pattern on. She doesn't have a pattern, and he doesn't have a pattern. So their kids might not have patterns. That's going to be interesting. So it might end up being like our imposing creatures are going to be the ones with patterns. But yeah, that's good. I don't think I don't think she'd try and pick this. It might hurt. But we're gonna have Nia sit up underneath the tree and be super excited about all of the nuts. There we go. And just clear away this area. Well, this is Hakeem. Let's see. We might have... Let's see. I'm not sure where we're gonna put her. She might end up just putting up a temporary nest in this area so that she can be protected, and we might end up having her mates set up a perimeter around her to just kind of protect her from anything that could possibly come and hurt the new additions to the tribe. And let's see, we'll have Drifa set up her nest right here as well. And the deer is just going to clear out this area. I think some of our clawed creatures are definitely going to get the idea of just destroying bushes, destroying at least these spiky ones, because they're like, well, we don't really know what else to do about it, since they don't want to pick it, since it might hurt. Let's see, is there anything here? Can we smell? There's no smelling. Can we hear clams? No. So Darko might be doing some small exploring. But we definitely want to make sure we start collecting a lot of the food around here. So we're going to try and see what some of the new babies are going to be like. So let's switch the day over. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Driva, sweetie, these two look amazing. Oh wow, Lare, look at that mask. Oh my goodness, she looks adorable. I don't know why she has webbed hind legs. Why do you have webbed hind legs? Oh wow. Oh, that's frustrating. But I like her a lot. But she is also not a clawed creature. So, but she's big bodied. So it might be, I don't know, maybe would they regulate creatures that aren't, like, they don't have good hind legs and don't have any of those traits that would mean that they are built for being ferocious? Would they let them stay in the tribe? Would they send them to her sister's section of the tribe with their, like, no spots in their very unimposing nature? I'm not sure. That would be so cute. And then we have Duke, who's good eyesight. He has webbed hind legs inactive, but he has medium body, but he has 2 claws, and I think that would be awesome. That's great. So he's definitely kind of what we're looking for. 2 claws. We really want that big body, and we want to make sure we still keep those hind legs. But oh my goodness, Driva. Oh my gosh, Driva. They're adorable. We're gonna just sit her over here. And then, what's the next one? Rosira, who have you had? Nukirnu, who has that poison fang. Oh my gosh, yes. We might end up sending him into that, like, swampy area over here, really close. Though he might end up start being able to find some of those poison berries and pick those. Ooh, but I love his pattern. He has pattern A. Oh, that's so cool. I'm happy with this. So some people are getting old. Rosira is not old, but Boutros, Nadir, Hakim, Darko is okay. We might have a Nadir or Hakim. I think Hakim. No, we might have Boutros have another baby, and then we might have Hakim have the next one. And then Adira, Lufti, and Nia are all at a fairly good age. So they're fine. So we're gonna have to name our babies now. So let's see. But definitely let me know if you guys think it would be interesting if some of the babies don't show any of those, like, ferocious traits that we're looking for this side of the family. Maybe Rosira will say, okay, well, even though you were born to this side or born to our line, it seems like you won't necessarily be the best for us, so they'll send them away. That would be really interesting. So anyone that doesn't have the traits conducive to being a ferocious creature would be sent to the berry pickers, which would, according to Rosira, would be like blasphemy almost. Or like a form of banishment. Ooh, Sovana. I love that. Sovana. Just found this one. So, Sovana, that's going to be your name. Sovana. And then I love that mask. She has a brown pattern. She has a pattern C. I just love the way she looks. And then we have Dudukta, who has that really pretty pink color. Let's go with Tale, because we probably used it at a different time. I'm pretty sure we have, but I don't really get rid of names. So Tale looks good. And then we have Nukirnu, who's big body, poison fanged. He doesn't have claw, but because of his poison fang and his big body, I think his mom would be very pleased with him. Let's go with Vibol. Vibol is a good name. Vibol. Awesome. And so I think Boutros would be very pleased with his first child. And so we're going to have her get pregnant again. And then we're going to have Drifa get pregnant again. So I'm pretty sure we changed all the mutations. Yeah, the mutations are changed. I just want to make sure, because I don't want to have any more webbed hind-legged creatures. That's a problem we do not need right now. Alright, and then we're going to get Darko to come down here and pick some of these clams up. And I think he's fine. Yeah, he's not going to drown there. And then we have Hakeem, who's going to move. Look at that. Look at that, guys. And we're going to have Hakeem jump over here. Yeah, I think we found it. We found the area for her permanent nest, and we'll be able to kind of send the creatures out who have claw to do some fishing. I like this place. And so we'll be able to let little Vibol get really comfortable next to this poisonberry bush. We're going to have Nadir come this way. He doesn't have claw, so that might be an issue. And Boutros, I think he's had 2 sets. He'll end up having 2 sets of kids, so I think he'll go off and try and explore a little bit. And let's see, we have little Reynala, which we definitely have to change her name. I forgot about her. Let's see. Those are male names. I really want something that means. Well, let's go with Anara, because that's technically means pomegranate, and she's a really pretty color. Anara. There we go. And we're gonna have Nia come over here, pick up those nuts, and then we're gonna have Adira hit the tree, and we're gonna get comfortable over there. So then we're gonna have little Anara jump this way, and then Adira get pregnant again, and then clear out this area. Oh, look, we have another nest. Oh, look at that. And I always like leaving the grasses on the nest just because it adds like a form of camouflage. And for example, if we had some form of a predator show up, we wouldn't really have to worry about possibly having the babies be exposed. And that's the point. We want to make sure the babies stay hidden at most of the time. So I'm pretty sure when they're in camouflage right now. So he's +2 hiding, little Vibol, which is why I usually want to leave the grasses on the nursery areas. Even though it makes it a little bit difficult, it's still necessary so we can make sure that we protect them to the best of our ability. And I think that's everyone. So we're going to skip the day and see what babies Adira and Rasira have. And we're going to probably move Drifa into that nest over there. Ooh, I'm so excited. Click. Oh my goddess. Oh wow. There we go. Oh, yes. Thank you, Rasira. Oh wow, that's adorable. What are his genes? So he has good eyes, good hind legs, big body, and ram horns. Yes. We definitely want that claw to show up. Unfortunately, we haven't hit enough things for that claw to be important yet, but yay, that's amazing. So Vana, she's amazing. I love that pattern. She looks kind of like a ninja frog. That's the first thing I think of, a ninja frog. But we're gonna have Drifa jump into this nest, but he looks spectacular. Oh my gosh. And he has that great pattern, that coloring. Oh, he's pretty much exactly like his brother with that poison fang, except he has the ram horns, which I think is amazing. And well, who do we have over here? Larala, who has poison fangs and big body. Oh my goodness. So they might end up doing a family trade. Which sounds really weird, but I think the our creatures are going to get to the point where they're really looking to make sure that everyone who is in the proper place. And I think Anara would be fine because she'd be more of a berry picker than anything. Well, not a berry picker, but a fisher than anything else. So we might send her down to the side, to the cliffs to fish, or we might send her out hunting maybe. She might be more of a hunter. But we get any creatures that have like the ram horns or the poison fangs, like our newest baby Larala. She might end up having to be like, okay, well, the queens or the queens on this side of the family are going to start saying that those babies need to be sent over to the warriors to be trained. And the babies that don't really have any of those traits, like little Sylvana over here, will just end up becoming berry pickers and nutcrackers, which is, according to the warriors, if you're born a warrior, you're supposed to become a warrior. And I think that'll definitely impact little Sylvana here, who was born to one of the two queens of the warrior side of the family, and she's going to be basically sent over to this side. But being a warrior is, according to the teachings of Abaya, is an amazing thing. So we're definitely going to end up sending this little one over here to either pick some poison berries or to be taught to be a warrior. So this is going to be really interesting. This is so cool. Like, I've never gotten this excited about something before, or at least this excited about like a nicheling story. I'm so happy that you guys came up with this idea because I absolutely love it. And we're gonna have Nadir come down here to kind of search for clams. I think that was another nest. Yep, there's another nest. So we might end up sending Rasira over here. And is this Hakim? Yeah, she definitely needs to have another baby with Hakim, or have a baby with Hakim. So we're gonna send her over this way. And she's going to take over this area. Yep. So I think the cliffs are going to be where we send our warriors. I think that's what we're going to say. Our warriors are regulated to our cliff areas, and the inner workings of the tribe, or the inner parts of the island, are going to be where our berry pickers and our hunters are going to stay. So that's interesting. I like that. And so let's have Adira move over here. She's going to get pregnant again and pick berries. We're going to clear away this area. We're going to have Nia. Let's have her be... let's have Lufty move here. We're going to have Nia move here. And she's going to pick up that nut. Amit is going to come over here to be with his mate. I know we're leaving our babies more or less unprotected in this area, but there's no predators that we're seeing, and everybody can move fairly quickly. So I think they'll be fine. But we're going to have to name this little one. And maybe we'll have Darko come and be the protector of the nursery for a bit. With his claw. We might end up having him cut down some of these plants since he has a little bit more time than everybody else. What do we want to name the new one? We named Vibol. What are we looking for? Let's go with, I'm gonna go with a different type of name. Let's go with Mahir. Mahir is good. So we have Mahir. And did I not capitalize that? I am an English major and I didn't capitalize the beginning of a name. So Mahir. And then our other baby is Larala, and we're gonna name her, what are we gonna name her? Let's go with Majida, which I think it means, according to our list, Majida means glorious, which I think would be Adira's way of saying I love you, you're amazing, but I think you would do better in the other side of our tribe. And I think we're gonna put the last set of babies Look at that. Oh my gosh, she had another baby with ram horns. Eee! Dukta! Look at you. He's big body, but he has nimble fingers. So I think that is the kicker. He has nimble fingers, so he'll stay here in this side of the tribe. And there's Majida, who is going to be near Vibol, who I think we're going to stick over here next to our berry bush. And let's see, we're gonna move Mahir right there, and can he break down that cactus? Nope. I thought we could kill it. I thought we could take it out. Like, I'm pretty sure I thought that. Sireko! Ooh, she has double claw, but she has medium body, so she's gonna be a lot like Abaya in the sense that she is small but ferocious. I'm okay with that. And then we have Hakim, who is going to, oh my goodness, look at that. We found two more sets of berry bushes. We're going to just clear away this area so that we can get our poison fang creatures over here to kind of get all of that out of the way. We're going to clear this out and pick up some of that food. And I think Anara would be out hunting, trying to find... There's a plant! She found the plant! That's so cool. And I think her dad would be congratulating her on her discovery. And we have Nia underneath her tree. And our newest baby, Dukta, is definitely going to be near the tree as well. Savannah, we're going to send this way to be over here near the berry bushes with the rest of this side of the tribe. I'm not sure how we're going to designate it. Like, I don't know how we're going to make is there going to be a dividing line? I'm not sure yet. But I'm actually pretty okay with this. I'm happy. I'm happy with the way that this turned out, because it looks like we have our warriors all on the cliffs using their big bodies and their poison fangs to collect food and make sure that the tribe stays safe and that the baby stays safe. And then we have our collectors of our tribe who spend a lot of their time hunting in the grasses and finding berries and food for the tribe and presenting it to the warriors, which I think is really cool. So I'm very happy with this. And Drifa, I think, is going to be comfortable on her side of the cliff with her babies, and I think the cliff is going to be a very good way for them to protect the small warriors. Tale is old enough, so I think he's going to go off and kind of go for those berries maybe while they wait to see what their actual training will tell them. So it looks like we've gotten a really great start, you guys. I think, what are we gonna name? We need to change the names. So Drifa, we need to change the names of your baby. So what is her name? She's Sireko. So we're gonna name her Rana. So we're gonna go with Rana, and then we're gonna go with the newest baby, which is Dukta, who has I think he has a mask too. Yeah, he has a mask, and it's just an inverted mask. That's so interesting. We're gonna name him, let's go with Akil. That's interesting. So we have Akil. So we have a couple different sets of creatures who are showing up in our tribe. We're seeing those patterns show up really well in our creatures. We're seeing kind of the separation of how we're going to separate our creatures, and slowly we're going to start getting a more distinct separation between what they look like as we start having more babies, and as we get kind of some more differences in the family lines. I think that's what we're going to start seeing. But this is where we're going to end this part right here, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and please subscribe if you really love me, and I will see you guys next time.